It is Vietnam, an independent country in Southeast Asia. In 1850, French army come from Europe, attack Vietnam and Cambodia and Laos. Vietnam, Cambodia and Laos become colony of France, named Indochina. In March 3, 1945, Japanese army made a coup to replace French government in Indochina. In August 1945, Japanese were defeated by Allied forces. They signed an agreement of peace. On September 2nd, 1945, Mr. Ho Chi Minh, chairman of Communist Party, announced an independent declaration in Hanoi and organized a government named Democratic Republic of Vietnam, nicknamed Việt Minh. On September 23, French army come back to Vietnam and the war between France and Vietnam began since December 1946. In 1946, French government changed the war policy and organized a local government in Vietnam named former King Bao Dai become president. In 1960, the North government sent to the South 200,000 troops to attack the South anywhere. On July 20, Viet Minh and France signed a peace. They agreed to divide Vietnam in two areas, the conference at Geneva, Switzerland. The Viet Minh keep the North area and French army in the south. The 17th parallel to be a border to divide Vietnam in two areas. In 1955, French army go home to Europe. They withdraw to the French and the United States government to replace French army help directly to the South government. At that time, Mr. Ngô Đình Diệm, Prime Minister. On 26th of 1955, President Ngô Đình Diệm will be president and organize an election replace Bảo Đại. But in 1st November 1963, President Diem and his brother were killed by the army, by the Vietnam Army. In 1967, General Nguyễn Văn Thiệu to be president replaced Ngô Đình Diệm. United States government involved to the war in Vietnam by 3 steps. The first step, they help the government by advisor and military supply, the money. The second step, send the troops to Vietnam, fight again to the North Communist Army. In 1960, the North Communist Army attacked many places. So in 1965, the U.S. Army come to Vietnam, fight again directly with the North Army. The war begin between U.S. Army and North Communist Army. But in 1972, government of Vietnam, North Vietnam and U.S. signed an agreement. The U.S. Army withdrew to the U.S. In 1973, all of the United States Army withdrew to the U.S., but the North Army still remain in the South and continue to attack. They don't care about the peace agreement. So South Vietnam Army not able to fight against the North Army because they no more supply from the U.S. government. The North Army attack anywhere, and on 28th of April 1975, President Thieu resigned and ran away. All the troops, U.S. troops, withdraw to the U.S. The tank of North Communist Army attacked the President Palace. On 30 April of 1975, they captured President Minh, and President Minh spoke on the Saigon TV, ordered the South Army drop the weapon. I leave my office because the war ended at 11 a.m. on 30 April 1975. After that, I was a prisoner of war in the so-called in re-education camp in the jungle almost 10 years. And about 5 years in the rural. After that, I go to the U.S., United States with my family on August 31st, 1990.